evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller. In tonight's news, a suspect has been apprehended and charged with a string of vehicle break-ins in the area. The city of Tullahoma is trying to repair the Old Boca Road-Riley Creek Road intersection, and the state is looking to help out volunteer firemen. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
Now open in Tullahoma, Parkview Senior Living, an affordable, luxurious retirement community that active seniors love to call home. We encourage a healthy, independent lifestyle with few restrictions. Abundant amenities mean you live burden-free in a beautiful, safe home with other like-minded seniors. Still enjoy friends and family, along with your supplemental healthcare needs. See for yourself how wonderful retirement can be. Tour Parkview Senior Living today.
I'm Philip Bourne, Stem and Nab Detail Shop Manager. Here are a few things our customers have to say about our service.
What I love most about the Stem McNabb Detail Shop is there's someone local that I can trust to pick up my car, have it cleaned, and deliver it back to me in showroom condition.
What really amazed me is when he opened the hood and looked like he had taken the old engine out and put a new engine inside.
We have several different packages and individual services to get your vehicle looking like new again. We're located just behind Stem McNabb Chevrolet dealership. Call today, schedule an appointment, and see what the difference our detail can make.
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Welcome back. On Tuesday's news, we showed video of the Celtic Cup being awarded the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce's Small Business of the Year award. However, the owners were unable to attend the event. So in this clip, owners Chris and Denise Smith react to their award.
Hello, Hope with the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce, and we are here at the Celtic Cup Coffee House to talk to our Small Business of the Year award recipients. So congratulations. We are so excited to honor you with this award, and we're going to go ahead and let you unbox your award. So it's there in the bag. So congratulations, very exciting. So I'm going to hand this off to you and let you tell everybody a little bit about your business and what this award means to you.
Thank you so much, Hope, and thank you to the Tullahoma Chamber of Commerce for this award and the honor. It's been an honor to serve Tullahoma for the past 12 years here at the Celtic Cup. This last year has been difficult for a lot of people, and we're just so blessed to have been able to make it through and to be able to be there for our employees and for the community. At the beginning of 2020, we were, like a lot of businesses, at the top of our game. We were so excited. We had just come back from Showcase from Ireland, and we're ready to roll out a whole new menu and a whole new retail zone, and then COVID came, and then we had to rethink everything. We still wanted to support the businesses that we had planned to and our employees and still be here for the community, but of course, March came and the doors were closed. So it took us a little while to figure out what to do and how to do it. And we, thanks to the Restaurant Association, who put out Serve Safe free of charge. And so we had all our employees on the clock, and they were taking classes in safety, in all the protocols. And we used that time also to improve our own in-house knowledge as well for our point of sales and things like that. So we used our time wisely and brought the staff in, and they repainted, they restained, they refinished tables for us. Anything that they had skills or we could teach them skills for, just so that they wouldn't be unemployed during that time, and keeping them going. And it's been such a blessing in a lot of ways. And I know it's a horrible thing, but we tried to make the best of it, and in doing so, really bonded with our staff, and they really understand now. They have a more vested interest in their place of employment. It's more of a home, second home to them. And so that's really, really important for small businesses, is the connection not only with the community, but with their own staff. And that's just so amazing here at the Celtic Cup. It's something we've been working on for a long time. So we do abide by the CDC guidelines. We posted the Tennessee Promise, and we even posted the Texas Promise as well, because they had a two-part for not only the business but the promises from the community. And so we really appreciated that from those folks. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I mean, we are getting back to where we were before COVID. So we look forward to 2021 being a great year for the Celtic Cup. We do have plans to take a group to Ireland this October if travel restrictions allow. We have something like 25 people already signed up to go, so we got seats for more people if they want to come.
Yeah. One of the things we were going to roll out back in March of 2020 was a new menu item. And we've been working on this for years with our visits to Ireland, learning more about the different things over there, to Scotland, even down in Wales. We got to go there. So we've kind of mixed all the different ideas together and our own personal Celtic Cup ideas, and we're going to come out with a full Celtic breakfast. So we're going to be doing that starting on St. Patrick's Day, and we'll go ahead and do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to the 20th, and then all the Saturdays following. So that'll be a Saturday morning breakfast here at the Celtic Cup to add to what we already do. So we're really excited about that. When COVID came and everybody shut down, it was really hard to get some things, so we had to postpone. But we're actually going to have Irish rashers, black pudding, white pudding, the whole bit, breakfast bangers. So it is a big meal, it is a heavy meal, but it's something that you can also share. So we like that when folks come in together and they're able to do that.
On this award, we are so excited to present this to you, and just looking forward to seeing what comes next from the Celtic Cup Coffee House.
Thank you.
Thank you all for tuning in to celebrate this Small Business of the Year presentation with us, and we hope to see you all again soon.
A man who was wanted for multiple vehicle thefts in Coffee and surrounding counties has been apprehended. Jeffrey Michael Hodges was wanted by multiple law enforcement agencies, including Coffee and Warren counties. He was taken into custody in the early morning hours of Tuesday, March the 16th, by the Warren County Sheriff's Deputy's Office. Hodges faces charges of violation of parole, theft of property, burglary, and unlawful possession of a weapon. He remains in the Warren County Jail. Also arrested was a female who was charged with accessory after the fact for aiding Hodges in his attempt to avoid apprehension. The female has been identified as Tiffany Jones, age 34. Stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
The individuals with dementia, those with Parkinson's, those that have maybe mobility issues, need caregivers. Well, those caregivers are 24 hours a day at home, and they never get a rest. And if they have to go to work, they're kind of out of luck. So that's why Trinity came into existence 25 years ago, to allow the caregivers to have a safe center where they could put their loved ones, know they would be well cared for, stimulated, fed good nutritious meals, have activities to their level, and then the caregiver can stop by and pick them up and go on home and have some continuity into their life.
Welcome back. At Tullahoma's recent Arbor Day event, Mayor Ray Noes read his Tullahoma Tree City USA proclamation.
I grew up in the shade of a giant American elm tree. And about 75 years ago, that tree succumbed to the disease that you're talking about, and I watched it die and ultimately removed it. So I have an appreciation for this elm tree that we're planting today that really gets to me. So let me read you the Arbor Day proclamation. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Martin proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world, and whereas trees can reduce the corrosion of topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable energy source, giving us paper for wood in our homes, fuel for our fires, countless other wood products, and whereas trees in our city increase property values, they enhance the economic vitality of business areas and beautify our community, and whereas Tullahoma has been certified as a state arboretum, and whereas Tullahoma has been recognized as Tree City USA by the National Arbor Day Foundation, and whereas Tullahoma Tree City Board encourages our citizens to participate in activities to increase and promote and nurture our urban and natural forests. Now, therefore, I, Ray Norris, Mayor of the City of Tullahoma, Tennessee, do hereby proclaim that March 5th, 2021 is Arbor Day in the City of Tullahoma, and urge all citizens to support efforts to care for our trees and woodlands and support our city's community safety programs. And furthermore, I urge all citizens to plant trees and to gladden the hearts and promote the well-being of present and future generations. Ray Norris, Mayor of Tullahoma. Thank you. And while I'm over, I'd like for the tree board stand up and be counted. Let's see who's here from the tree board. Thank you, tree board. We've got a wonderful tree board in Tullahoma, and I, as mayor, certainly appreciate your contributions to our city. Thank you.
Tennessee volunteer firefighters would benefit by several proposals under consideration in the Tennessee General Assembly this year. House Bill 612 proposes to incentivize volunteer firefighters' recruitment by establishing a retirement system called a Length of Service Award Program. The legislation authorizes the state treasurer to consult with local governments and volunteer fire departments about establishing a Length of Service Award plan for volunteers providing firefighters and prevention services, emergency medical services, and ambulance services. The majority of Tennessee's firefighters are volunteers. The State Fire Marshal's Office reported 22,065 active firefighters in Tennessee in 2020. Of that, 14,218 or 64% are volunteers, and 7,847 or 35.6% are career firefighters. Length of service award programs may be defined as may be defined like contribution plans similar to 401k, or defined benefit plans like a pension. These programs are funded by contributions from the local government or nonprofit entities that utilize the services of eligible volunteers. To be eligible to receive benefits from the program, an individual must be a volunteer who receives no compensation for the services and instead receives only reimbursement for reasonable expenses or benefits and nominally fees customary paid to them. House Bill 612 is scheduled for consideration in the local government this week. More news is coming up in a moment.
It's not Invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. The Tullahoma Board of Mayor and Aldermen have agreed to purchase 4 lots at the convergence of Avoca and Riley Creek Roads. The intention is to turn the Y section into a T intersection to help traffic safety and to alleviate groundwater flooding that is common to the area.
Consider approval of the purchase of 2.03 acres of real property at the intersection of Avoca Road and Riley Creek Road at the amount of $60,000 and authorize the mayor to execute all related documents. This has been before the Planning Commission on a couple of times, this plot of land, so if we can get a motion, we could have a discussion.
Move to approve.
Second. Motion to approve and a second. This came up at a Planning Commission meeting to approve this tract of land to divide it into 4 lots at this Y intersection. The owner agreed that if the city wanted to enter into negotiations, he would defer. He pulled it off the Planning Commission meeting last week in order to give the city an opportunity to negotiate the acquisition of the property. So the location, if you're all familiar with, it's the intersection is going to have some significant improvement to improve the safety, traffic flow there. So it would accommodate that. It could also accommodate some flood control, water runoff that we need to catch a basin there to catch the runoff. To accommodate that is one of the reasons for considering this acquisition. Certainly, it's needed for the safety at developing that intersection. So, if we get a motion, we got a motion and a second. So, are there questions about that or any discussion?
I have questions. So, he submitted a subdivision plat for 4 new lots there in that lot, correct? And so, what did that go before the Planning Commission to begin with? And so, what was the result of that? Did the Planning Commission? We voted to postpone it.
It was deferred. It was postponed for further study because of the traffic and the water runoff. It was postponed at the first meeting for further study by the city engineer for the traffic and the water runoff. Okay, at the next monthly meeting, which was just last week, the city saw the need to have that property anyway, so we entered into discussion. Last board meeting here, you gave the authority to the board, to the city attorney and to Ms. Moody to approach the owner about acquisition of the property. They have approached the owner about the acquisition of that property, and this is why we're bringing it back now to authorize the purchase. They have negotiated the amount.
Maybe a signal will be warranted at this intersection, and we might want to use the property for even further traffic improvements.
Lots in that area are selling for $20,000 to $30,000 a piece.
Right now,
they're selling like hotcakes because we have so little land available for development already in Tullahoma. So this price that he has given us really is less, I believe, than the market value of that property. We don't see any reasonable reason why the Planning Commission should not approve the 4-lot subdivision that he's proposed. It meets all of the requirements, though some of them are minimal, but it meets them all. so that if he were to develop those into 4 lots, it's my opinion that he could probably get about $30,000 a piece for them. And he's selling this property to us for $60,000.
I like the idea, I don't like the price, I'll just say that.
Well, the negotiation has been, that's what they've done, is done the negotiation.
Okay.
And as it's less than half market price.
I would disagree with that. But.
Anyway, that's the data that we've got. So anyway, that's the negotiations are done. It's a matter now, do we sign the check? Okay. That's where we are today.
And to Mr. Worsham's point, in terms of him coming to the Planning Commission with the ability to split that into 4 properties, I sit on the Planning Commission, and I'm sitting here like, I'm glad it was postponed to the next time, but looking at it, he has legally, he could do that. I think that this is the time where we can get in here, purchase this property, ensure that that does not happen, which is important. When you listen to the community, they're like, we do not need those 4 properties there. We already have massive amounts of water retention issues. I've heard from, since I even posted like, hey, this is on the agenda, people have come to me and said, I was in a car accident there. I didn't call anyone or tell anyone, but I was in a car accident there. To me, this is a safety concern, and I think it's well worth the price.
I've got pictures on my phone from going to visit people there after it rains, and I've almost been in wrecks there from people flying down that stretch, and I think this is
safety.
It's a safety thing.
Is there any further discussion? Now we'll call the question.
Pass.
You can't even see it.
7-0.
Stay with us. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
Welcome back. Tennessee kids have lost months of learning to the pandemic, and their advocates are now trying to make up for lost time. A new report from the nonprofit group Save the Children finds more than half of all families say their children are spending less time on learning activities compared to a typical school day before COVID-19. Experts say dropout rates will likely increase and could result in 1 million more people not earning high school diplomas. Chapel Arnold, Tennessee Deputy Director of Save the Children, says she initially thought online learning would help rural kids, but quickly realized that wasn't the case. Arnold said, quote, "Then we were faced with the reality that it wasn't going to happen. They didn't even have access to internet or devices or any of those tools, and so we were able to put together a lot of really high-quality learning kits, which we delivered these kits, or hand-delivered these kits, rather, to all of the families and children in the area," end quote. She added that young children had even fewer options as high-quality child care, pre-K, and Head Start programs were already in short supply statewide. The report said last year child care providers facing crippling revenue shortages from low enrollment and new safety requirements. By April 2020, 60% of child care providers across the nation had closed their doors. Arnold emphasized Save the Children is also trying to combat the learning loss by focusing on summer programs. By trying to double up efforts this year and do kindergarten readiness programs this summer, they have almost tripled the number of programs from last summer to this summer and are going to try to hold those in person and get the kids in that have struggled the most. The report also highlights child COVID-19 cases, ranking Tennessee in the top 3 states, along with North Dakota and South Dakota, for the highest number of children who have contracted the virus. Arnold pointed out child infections have created obstacles for both schools and families after we've seen the COVID cases hit in waves and kids being quarantined. That situation makes it extremely difficult on parents and the school system. Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up next.
Now open in Tullahoma, Parkview Senior Living, an affordable, luxurious retirement community that active seniors love to call home. We encourage a healthy, independent lifestyle with few restrictions. Abundant amenities mean you live burden-free in a beautiful, safe home with other like-minded seniors. Still enjoy friends and family, along with your supplemental healthcare needs. See for yourself how wonderful retirement can be. Tour Parkview Senior Living today.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
He's a little bit of you, he's a little bit of me. He's the trash along the roadside of Tennessee. He's the garbage that we find. He's the dream we left behind. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. A throwaway bottle or pop-top can may not seem much to a traveling man, but a little bit of litter goes a long, long way. And I grow and get bigger every day. Tennessee trash messing up the highways. Tennessee trash jumping up the byways. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash.
We have met the enemy, and he is us.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1982 at 84 degrees. The record low was in 1902 at 13 degrees. Average high on this day is 61, and the average low is 38. Rain is moving out as the night continues tonight, with a low expected of around 42. Partly sunny weather in the forecast for Friday with a high of 52 and a low of 36, and mostly sunny weather expected on Saturday with a high of 61 and a low of 34. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.